Everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the new legendary of Gog and Gud. He's only in event keys this week, and then he'll be out of the drop pool for about a month, and then he'll be in all glory, gem keys, and VIP keys. So for right now, let's go and find one. As far as this mythic is concerned, it is pretty strong. We'll be seeing his stats once we actually get him. But there are two legendaries in the drop pool, him and the Shegra, so it's also a pretty good week to get the Shegra, though the chances of getting him is slightly lower because Shegra may take some of the places. And there we go, we get to 0, hopefully we can get it within 100, only need one of them. Oh gosh, and there's Shegra taking the place, already horrible luck, and there we go. And that's the only one I need. I'm not going to bother getting more because he doesn't benefit much from having multiple, but he deals damage to the first enemy and then spends all gold that you have accumulated during the match at a 1-to-1 ratio to do additional damage. That is a lot of damage because even without any kind of merchant or anything like that, if you have max gold, that would be an extra 100 damage on top of his whatever amount of magic he has. And other than that, he'll either do that or he'll deal damage to all enemies based on his magic and then gain 50 gold. As far as traits, he does have huge, which is pretty good, and he does have a second on 4 times or more effect, which is gaining 20 gold whenever you do so. So doing that 5 times would automatically give you the max amount of gold. So pretty good with looping teams as well. That'll be able to feed it mana. So let's go get this thing traded, get this thing leveled, and go get it into some teams. So we'll go straight over to Broken Spire, max it out as far as we can go, and then go get its traits. Then it'll be combat ready. Already have 2 teams set up for it. Other than that, let's see. Let's level it up. It does take 16 arcane brown and green to be able to get all the way up to max. And I already have 2 teams made, so we'll just go straight into PvP then and test this thing out. So let's go all the way down and try it with a partial looping team. It has the Hellcat Alchemist I'll be able to loop with, and that should be able to get us quite a bit of gold. What else will give us quite a bit of gold as well is the fact that we have 2 merchants. There aren't too many good merchants in this game, but we will be able to use the Apothecary and the Alchemist right here to be able to do that. Plus the Alchemist also gains gold on his own ability. So the premise of this team is essentially just to one-shot everything. He also this week has 50% extra bonus because it is a Broken Spire Giant week. And if I'm not mistaken, we're actually up against a full Broken Spire Giant team right now, or pretty much all Giant team. So he has some very, very, very high attack. But if we can get our all the way up to max gold, we should be able to one-shot it, or pretty close to it. So we'll need to aim for that objective. We'll let him take the skulls. I want to see if we can actually go straight for a one-shot. Would be pretty cool. And we'll just take the brown here. Give him as many skulls as possible. Don't want our Hellcat dying, but I don't want him to attack buff, or any attack or any skulls that he gets are just going to be more effective anyways. So we'll get Hellcat up right there, and that will start our partial looping. If we can get Hellcat and Alchemist going between each other, we'll have all we'll ever need. So we'll throw that at our green. Get the Alchemist up, and the Alchemist does indeed have something to do. We have the Apothecary. Oh, no, it got undone. Figures. Okay, so Alchemist has nothing to do unless we do it on red. I guess we will, just to get the maxed out on gold, and then we can use the Apothecary to give all of the mana that we need. So we'll use that on blue. That also cleanses all of our allies as well. And let's see, move that over. Come on, 1 mana. Where are you? Do we bother casting for it? No, I don't think it would be worth it. Might as well just take the mana manually. Go get a skull though and kill it. Well, I guess we can Alchemist once. Oh, only problem with that is now it's blocking mana. As long as we can get Apothecary up somehow, that could be fixed. Oh, never mind, he got his mana. Okay, so just make sure there's nothing else on the board, and we will be able to get that one-shot pretty easily. So we could do the full AoE. Hopefully we'll do the one-shot because that would be enough. The full AoE would only do 30 damage to all of them only. That's actually a lot of damage, but that wouldn't actually kill it. Nope, we get the one-shot, and as you can see, our gold went back down to 0. But we can go get that back up, and he'll get another one-shot. And of course, the secondary effect on his other ability will also give him gold. So you don't need to worry too much about him getting all the way down on his gold. Okay, I just realized I accidentally took away the browns there, so now we'll have to worry about that. It'll take that skull, and we can easily just win it with the Apothecary if we really had to. But unfortunately, I did just use that Alchemist on the brown, so that's going to slow this down just slightly. We can take the double greens. I made sure to go double green to get the quicker Apothecary, as well as if a moment like this ever did come around, we'd easily be able to get him back up just through the brown alone. I mean the green alone. Let's see. Well, Apothecary still can't really do much. I'll just do this and hope that we can get a brown there. No, we do not, but we can use it on blue, though he takes it away from us. He really likes to take it away. So, no mana we can actually take then. We'll just go for the red. We get that for the Alchemist, and we get a nice goal after it. He does have a Yarl. Everything that he has on this team is pretty tanky because Giants already are pretty tanky, and the fact that it is a 50% weak on all Broken Spire ones, it's even huger this week. And of course he has Yarl and all that. Unfortunately, Yarl with the over 100 HP that 1 week. You can't do that this week though because it's only Giants and not both. Let's see. Alchemist. If I can even use an Alchemist, it would just be to set up the other one. So we might as well just take green, which is not available. So we'll just go for the red. He'll take purple or green. Yep, he'll go for the color we need. There's some brown there, which if we're go for the extra turn, I have to get rid of Alchemist's color. But I think I'll still do it. Might as well. And then we can just full AoE it. Let's take the skull first. We do need that little bit of damage. I'll also make sure he dies if it does go for full AoE. Hopefully it does this time so we can see it. Nope, goes for the one shot again. Back down to 0 gold. And we have to go through the whole process again. For a loop team, this team is going a little bit slower. Main problem, I think, is that Hellcat ended up dying. Also, the main loop of it doesn't feed into the mana. I was mainly hoping that Apothecary would get enough from the Cascades, and it appears it doesn't quite do so. But that's just trial and error with some of these teams. The other team will be much more effective, I already know for sure, because it uses Humility Loop. Let's see, Alchemist should be able to get up next turn. He can't take both of them away from us. And we'll just get that up. That'll be a good amount of gold, though we already hit the max gold, so we don't even need to worry about that. Just need to get a good Apothecary off somewheres, which he will prevent like crazy. Okay, so we'll do that on yellow. Unfortunately, getting rid of Alchemist's color, but we need it for the extra turn and for all of the mana that we will accumulate from it. We'll get his ability up, and it would actually be good if we get the one-shot now. So let's see, we'll finally do the AoE. Nope, 3 times in a row we did the one-shot. Amazing. I guess in this case that actually was the better option, but still, every single time we have casted it so far this video, it has landed on the single shot. And its single shot is really, really strong. It's even more powerful than what you can do with a Bonnie Rose, which is pretty insane. Though you don't get to target it is the only big downside to it, whereas Bonnie Rose can target. Also, the other downside is, of course, that you use all of your gold, which isn't that good, but he can supply his own gold pretty easily off his legendary ability. That kind of makes up for it. Okay, nothing we can really do off Alchemist. Don't need his color for any reason. We'll let the Dragon Cruncher do its thing. We have no dragons, so the worst it can do is kill Alchemist, and it doesn't even aim at it. Killing Alchemist at this point would almost help us, because Merchant still stays in effect even after the fact. This team is mainly for anyone who can't really one-shot the enemy team with your gold, or just to get a higher gold quicker. Those are the only 2 reasons you would ever really try using merchants. Unfortunately, at this current moment, most merchants in this game are towards the weaker side. As you can see, Apothecary and Alchemist are basically the only 2 really viable merchants. Maybe Little Johnny under some instances, but Little Johnny wouldn't really synergize with the new troop. All we really need now is for him to cast, though our luck, it will probably finally hit the full AoE, which would not actually be good in this case. So we'll throw that down, try getting the board cleared a little bit more. Might actually been good just to hold it, because now we're blocking on brown as well. But as long as we can get Apothecary up somehow, if this board would ever give us anything, then we should be fine. So there we go, a little bit of Apothecary. We'll take the skull, we'll be able to get even more Apothecary. Good, our Alchemist died, which will help us, because now it's not blocking anything. And oops, didn't see that turn. That could have gave us a little bit extra gold, though at this point we don't need it because we're already within 1-shot range. So we'll just take the green. Come on, 1 mana off, because we didn't get that surge. And we can get an apothecary, and this better not AoE on the very last one. We already hit max gold right there. And if it AoEs, we don't end up getting the kill. What does it do? Nope. 4 times in a row it went for the single shot. The only problem is now we end with no extra bonus gold because you took away all of the gold that we ended up getting. So no, we end up losing like 150 gold plus whatever our bonuses would have gave it. So like 300 gold. But let's try this again. Let's try it with a looping team. No queen map. You do not get to ruin my looping team. There we go. Oh, another one with Yarrows and stuff. Okay, yeah, Yarrow Fire Manor will be a little bit annoying this week. But, it would help if I actually replaced out the troop. And let's see, Broken Spire. And let's get in the Ogre. Gog and Gud. And essentially what we're going to be doing here is trying to one-shot with everything. We'll have the humilities up front, even if they're not traded, that'd be fine. We mainly just need them to get their ability looping, and then we're good to go. That won't only, it'll give us a huge amount of stats on them, but it'll also give us all the gold we'll ever need. So as you can see, we'll get the gold there, we'll get even more gold there. We have Crimson Bat up already, though we do not need to cast it. Be better if we just go for the mana right there. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Surge, so we'll have to go for a little bit more mana. And now we just have to hope that we get this thing looping. With the current board, it looks like that will not happen, but might as well throw it down. Maybe we'll get a magic buff on one of them. And yes, we do get the magic buff on the new troop. He now has 50 magic, which raises both of his 2 things that he does. He now deals more damage on whenever he hits the first enemy, which is pretty much always going to kill at this point. And he also does more damage to all enemies, and the gold does not change. The only thing is the 2 amount of damages that he does. So we'll try getting him a little bit more magic. Maybe we can get some to the Crimson Bat too. Maybe we can get him so high that we can just have him one-shot the entire team with the AoE. We still haven't seen the AoE yet, so maybe the first time we see it, we can have him one-shot the entire enemy team with it. But yeah, double humility is pretty strong right now. Especially if you have it fully traded, because you can get a lot of magic out of it, even more so than the ability itself. But even without the ability, you can still get plenty of magic. But yeah, there we go. Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. Wow, 104 damage. It won't kill Yarrow, the second Yarrow, unfortunately. But let's throw this down. Please hit AoE. Please hit AoE. Yes! We got it. Perfect. Well, a lot quicker than before, that's for sure. I was hoping that we could try it with merchants. The main problem is merchants are really, really weak right now. But yeah, that second one went super, super quick thanks to the humilities giving it that nice buff. But yeah, that is the new troop for Broken Spire. As far as getting it, I would definitely advise trying to get one. You may even get a Shegra in the process. Will take probably around 100 keys or so, mainly because there's a Shegra that may block the priority. But really good time to try to get either of them if you are interested in either of them. You really don't need to get more than one of the current new legendary, mainly because the benefit that he would get from being mythic won't really be anything. And there's also really no point in using multiple within a team, because if he ends up hitting the gold thing, he'll end up depleting all the gold anyways. And just through looping troops and pretty much anything, you'll be able to get his gold up pretty quick just by having a single one fully traded. Anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.